Welcome back to the Data Science Competition 2021. We applaud you for persevering to the end and thank you for coming for the closing ceremony. We hope that you have benefited from the workshops and the learning process itself. Regardless of whether you placed, we commend those who put in genuine effort, and we will do our best to reward those who did. If you would like to stand a chance to win prizes, please scan this QR code to register in our lucky draw before 8 p.m. You might be walking away with a grand lucky draw prize of $150 HP voucher. So please take out your smartphones and scan the QR code and make sure that you submit your entry before 8 p.m. tonight. Okay, I will wait about 1 minute. All right, I hope you have scanned the QR code. If you haven't, you can just ask your friends for the link or the code. All right, introducing the judging panel. Our judging panel consists of judges from both NUS and HP, and the judges will be giving the participants feedback as well as their general comments. First up, we have Professor Alexandra Theory, who is an associate professor from the Department of Statistics and Applied Probability. He has expertise in computationally intensive statistics and simulation-based inference. His research interests range from biomedical imaging to signal processing. I will now hand over the time to Prof. Theory. Prof. Theory, please.
Hi everyone. I must say I was very impressed this morning by all the solutions I've been witnessing. Just in 6 days, it was very impressive to be able to come up with such a large variety of ideas and to test so many ideas. It made me also reflect on what I would have done 10, 15 years ago when I was the age of the participants. And it also made me realize that the data science landscape evolved quite quickly. Most of the solutions, maybe all the solutions, were based on deep learning methods. And it's quite fair to say that if we had done this competition 10 years ago, probably none of the solution would have relied on deep learning. I think something that was clear from all the presentations is that the main issue wasn't big data. So we have been talking a lot about big data this last few years. But here the issue was that the data was scarce. And when you do not have much data, it's difficult to implement these deep learning techniques. And most of the participants were facing issues. The data was scarce. There was a lot of variability in the data sets. And it created issues. And I think it was good for the participants to realize that. And nowadays, that's one very active area of research is how do we deal with this scarcity of data? So there are many, many situations where we do not have much data, but still we want to make sure that our solutions are robust and will be deployable in real life settings. So techniques such as self-supervised learning, unsupervised learning, how to do transfer learning in an efficient manner could have been appropriate in this setting, but I understand that the time was very limited, only 6 days for most of the participants. But I think it's good to realize that all these very active areas of research are very relevant. It could have been used in this type of settings. Something which was also, I think, interesting was that contestants could directly leverage networks that were publicly available. So they did not have to spend so much time finding the correct architecture, tuning all these type of things that it does take a lot of time to do all these things. So nowadays you can just pick up one network, a ResNet, a YOLO architecture, and you can directly leverage these tools that are developed by these huge communities, this data science community. So it's really a paradigm shift. If we had done this competition 10 years ago, I think people would have spent a lot of time engineering features. Maybe a few teams would have used a bit of deep learning and would have spent a lot of time trying to optimize the architecture of their deep neural networks. Nowadays, we are leveraging tools that are publicly available for everybody. And I think some things that could have been maybe improved to get more robust solutions would have been to spend much more time on data preprocessing. Maybe a few teams used some more basic computer vision techniques to first clean up a bit the data, the images, before feeding them to their neural networks. So spending a bit more time there maybe could have improved the robustness of the solutions. But I think a huge gain could have been obtained if a bit more thinking was used in the data augmentation process, because it does sound like a detail in practice. Data augmentation, it sounds like just a small part of this whole pipeline. But in practice, especially in this type of situations where data is scarce, it makes a huge difference. And so here we had the problem of anomaly detection with very few images that were presenting anomalies. We are different type of anomalies, and it could have been quite easy to think about non-standard ways of artificially augment data sets. So several teams did try to use this type of methods, and they did obtain quite good results. But I think it could have been improved further. So these things that seem like details, I think nowadays we are realizing that they are not details. Spending a lot of time doing data augmentation, people are now using reinforcement learning to do data augmentation, or are using GANs to do data augmentations, do matter tremendously in practice. So we can see that over the last 10 years, we really shifted the focus on the data science pipeline. So we are not spending too much time doing feature engineering or tuning the neural networks, but we can focus the effort on higher level ideas, how to do proper data augmentation, how to deal with variability between the test set and the train set. And we don't have to spend so much time in the details. Contestants were very good at that. They were able to leverage all these tools that are available, made available by the data science community, which was, it's very exciting. I think it's very exciting to see that very quickly students that just learned about neural networks just a year ago were able to develop such exciting solutions. I was also quite surprised that just in 6 days, some of the teams were able to develop a solution, but as well to start to package the solution in a small Flask solution, or developing a small GUI. So that was really impressive. I was really wondering, so we gave them 6 days. What would have happened if we would have if they had a month to produce a solution? And I think it would have been really exciting to see what they would have come up with. So in short, I was really impressed. I think it's a very exciting time nowadays. We are in a time where we can rely on such a large community of data scientists. We can leverage so many tools just with a few lines of Python. And so I'm really excited to be part of this community. Yes. So overall, congratulations to everyone.
Thank you, Prof. Thierry, for your insightful comments. Next, we will have Professor Carol Hargraves, who is the Director of the Data Analytics Consulting Center. She is also an associate professor from the Department of Statistics and Applied Probability. Professor Hargreaves has worked with various leading companies to make businesses more intelligent using analytics and machine learning techniques. I will now be handing over the time to Professor Hargreaves. Prof. Hargreaves, please.
Good evening, everyone. It was so exciting to see your solutions today. And I think many of you, it was actually the first time that you had learned about YOLO, learned about computer vision. And I must say that your solutions were really impressive. So first up, congratulations to all of you for just even participating in the hackathons. I think in today's times, data analytics, data science is really important in terms of bringing about better solutions and helping organizations to make their work more efficient. And this competition really aligned itself to today's times, whereby you had to actually classify acumens, the number of counts of acumens, understand how to recognize the handwritten digits, as well as look into the anomalies to detect these anomalies. So looking at the presentations themselves as well, they were done really professional. At one stage when I was looking at the presentations, I was really couldn't wait to see what was the next slide all about. It was so engaging. The presentations were done in a storytelling way. And what I found was that even when techniques were used, the team would explain, these were the choices that we had. This is the reason why we use this technique. And then I think that is really important to explain your model approach, explain why you chose a certain technique, because we all know there are many possible techniques that you can use. And so you have to make a decision. So by telling us why you chose a certain model, I think that was really good to hear. YOLO 5, of course, it's a new technique. It just came out last year. I think YOLO 3, 2019, towards the end of 2019, YOLO 4, and YOLO 5 probably last year. So you all are learning, you all have learned cutting edge technology. And to be able to get such good accuracy, I think it was really inspiring. Looking back at the actual presentations, many of you did show the ease of use. Right, you'll use, some of you even developed a technology, which I would recommend for all teams, especially for hackathons, always try, and even if not asked to try and develop some solution that will help the user. And some of the teams did develop a technology, which I think was in a really short space of time, to be able to do, firstly, the model in less than in 6 days, as well as technology. It was really impressive. Another good thing to do is always I would usually do more than one model. So a few of you did one model, it worked, you just continued with that model. Some of you, one model didn't work, you built another model and went with that model. I know time was an issue, but just in general, I would usually build 3 models and then compare them and determine which is the best model. In terms of presentation, some of you did not put on your cameras. I think it's good to put on your camera because it helps us in the audience to actually get more engaged and enthusiastic when seeing how you present your results. Other than that, I would say that the outcome of the results I'm really pleased with. It seems that all the projects, especially the top few, had really good plans for future work. Most teams did acknowledge time was an issue, but the plans that they had for future work was really interesting and really did make sense. So I want to congratulate all the teams again and just say, keep going. I think hackathons are the way. It's the best way to learn. And I thank also the organizers, the Statistics Society at NUS for putting on this hackathon together with HP, of course, the host, to bring the problem statements to our students to get their hands dirty, because I believe that is the only way to learn, is to get your hands dirty, especially when it comes to new technology. So thank you to both the organizers. and have a good evening moving forward.
Thank you, Prof. Hargreaves, for your encouraging and perceptive comments. Now, moving on, we will have Karen Ng, Operations Lead, Pandian Ganesan, Senior Data Scientist, and Carlo Dalla Quercia, Data Scientist from HP, to give their comments to the participants. HP judges, please.
Hi, good evening, everyone. I'm Karen. I was given the chance to participate in this hackathon to come up with some pain point that I'm facing in my operation. And I come up with this, I find that most challenging one that we are finding a solution actually. So having this hackathon is a great opportunity. And I'm very excited to see what kind of solution are offered here at NUS. Okay, so today we see all these participants. They are all very enthusiastic, have good presentation skill, teamwork, and most of all, in just a period of 6 days, you're able to show your creative solution from the team that we see. So I was very amazed and awed by it. So some teams had went beyond what you have learned, and some teams went beyond what you have learned and explore different approaches and method, and even come up with a solution package that a user like me can use. Some teams try their best to apply what they have learned. Okay, so like one of the team, I would suggest there's only one presenter, a leader to represent everyone, but good to have some of the members together in the presentation too. Yeah, so you guys are awesome and great. Thank you for the participation. Looking forward to work with one of you or some of you one day in HP. Thank you.
Yeah, hi, this is Pandian, and I would like to congratulate all the participants. And I was also really amazed in this 6 days you were able to, get some very good results. It's really, really impressive. And most of the participants, they tried many models, but most of them they were concentrated on object detection model. But if you have tried on the object segmentation, image segmentation, it could have been. We have now tried it. We could have seen some new results. It's good. So anyway, you can try later to see how the image segmentation works in this kind of problem. And one more feedback I would like to give for all the presenters, or it will be good if you show what is your model performance, like training and then your validation, so that we can. Some of you have not seen the test set results, but when we see the test results, only the judges we see. Some of the performance is not good when you seen in your test set and validation set. Maybe you can try to compare your test and validation set. You will know whether there is a overfitting or not. You can fine tune so that you can expect the same results in your test set. So that is one of the inputs. So instead of waiting for a surprise, so why I was not in top 3, this could have been. You will know much earlier how your model performance when it's run in a unknown data set. Yeah. Otherwise, most of the participants, they are very close in their ratings. As one of the professor Carol was saying, completeness is ease of use. I think you have given the judging criteria. So that's where I think the top 3 or top 5, they distinguish themselves from the other participants. They have gone a mile ahead to see the completeness and ease of use in your solution is there. So that makes a little difference from the other participants. So anyway, it's really in 6 days you were able to give these solutions. Really impressive. We would like to try your solutions in our actual solutions. Thanks a lot.
Hello, everybody. I'm Carlo. I'm a data scientist at HP, and I've also been working on the same problem before. So it was very interesting for me to see other solutions and other way to tackle this problem from all of you. I just wanted to say that this is is an opportunity for using creativity in applying your knowledge, be it the deep learning, object detection, or the computer vision techniques. So I noticed that you tried to solve some of the challenges and the problem with this data set, such as the limited number of anomalies, the glaring, and or for instance, in the handwritten digits recognition, the lines behind the digits. So I saw that all of the teams managed to or try to use some creativity in their solution, which is one of the things that I appreciated. And also this was a problem that was end to end. So from the technical parts to the interface creation. So it was a very wide number of technologies that were needed in order to succeed in it. So I want to congratulate everybody, and I hope that it was useful and a good learning experience for you.
Thank you all the judges for the encouraging comments to the finalists. I'm sure that all of them are feeling incredibly inspired and motivated after receiving all of the judges' validation, and their potential really shines given their results after a mere 6 days. All right, now we will have Joel to give a quick update about the Society's upcoming events before we invite our guest speaker from HP to give his closing speech. So stay tuned because the winners will be announced very soon. Okay, Joel, please.
All right, thanks, Claudia. So, hi everyone. We hope that through this competition, and this is a message to not just the finalists. So, once again, congratulations to finalists, incredible job. But even to those of you who are not the finalists, so those of you who are tuning on YouTube, maybe you were just participants and you made a submission, whatever it is, we understand this competition was a difficult one due to time constraints and maybe data constraints, but you were able to learn, like, as you were able to just use so many different ideas, so many different techniques, and that really impressed me. And hopefully, right, the biggest takeaway from this competition is that you were able to learn different computer vision techniques and just in general have a better understanding of some of these challenges we face when we are dealing with like image processing or these kind of problems in general. And yeah, once again, I want to talk about plug our society a little bit. So we do have a few upcoming events. First, we will be having a sharing by Mr. Zhang. So that's on 29th Jan, next Friday, 7:30 p.m. So just a bit of background information, Mr. Zhang is the head of business intelligence unit of Ant Group. So Ant Group owns Alipay, which is China's largest digital payment platform. So do join us to hear what he has to say on his job scopes, responsibilities, how to secure a job in this field, as well as how he transitioned from an undergrad into an industry professional. So don't miss this chance to hear from one of these leading experts in this data-driven industry. And next slide, please. Aside from that, we also have two upcoming student-led workshops from our own workshop team. So one on effective data storytelling next Wednesday, 27th Jan. If you would like to find out how to convert useful insights within your data, maybe some of these insights are more technical, maybe not so easy to explain. So you want to convert them into more explainable forms, which includes beautiful visualizations, as well as impactful delivery that will engage your audience, then definitely do check out this workshop. The other workshop we have coming up is on using Tidyverse, probably the most popular collection of libraries in R for the purposes of data analysis, wrangling, and visualization. So as you may know, R is another great language for data science practitioners. I know most of you in this competition use Python, and even if you've come from a Python background, maybe you like to explore, perhaps this could be the workshop for you. So yeah, if you're interested in the workshop or any of the other events that we have, do follow our social media for the registration links. So some of the, for example, the Tidyverse one, we haven't prepared a QR code yet, registration yet, but yeah, do follow our social media to keep updated for all our future events that we have planned. So we have many, many more waiting for you guys. So do check us out. And yeah, we love to help all the students that are interested in these fields. And now I'd like to talk a little bit about logistic matters for physical collection of prizes, like such as any prize you win, maybe from the lucky draw later, or even the t-shirts or swags. So first, let me talk about the t-shirt and certificate of completion. So we are still in the process of looking through your submissions. Like, of course, we used a script to mostly evaluate the finalists, right? But in terms of the completion, of course, we have to look a little bit more deeper into your code to see if you guys actually, we just run one line of code or you just put a constant column, a column of constants as your output. We don't want that. But so just by the way, right, we've received like over 90 submissions. So that is really, really awesome. So once again, congratulations to all of you, especially those of you who are more inexperienced. And yeah, but it does mean that we will need a little bit more time to process through all of these submissions. So give us maybe about 7 days to get back to you on whether you were qualified for the certificate as well as the shirt. And I understand some of you may be worried or anxious, whatever. All I can say is don't worry. I think looking through, right, generally most of you have done a good job and put in more than enough effort to meet our requirements. So as I said many times before, our requirements is really quite low. So I think most of you have already succeeded. And once again, thank you to everyone here for your submission, and we will update your team through email as well as the Telegram group for the data science competition. So keep notified for that. And for collection of physical items, right, such as the shirt, as well as swags from the lucky draw, we will be holding a physical booth in the NUS Faculty of Science. So if you are aware, maybe it's LT27. If you're a student, maybe you understand that. But regardless, we'll send details. It's either on the 9th or 10th of February, so it's not confirmed. It'll be like a Valentine's booth. We'll be selling other stuff as well, but do come. You can come and collect the shirts. And we will also be having other physical collection periods in the future. So don't worry if you can't make it for the 9th or 10th. We will generally be having physical collection in NUS, in the Faculty of Science. So you can either come or you can assign someone else to come for you, and we will give more details later on. So like the timing, all of this is not confirmed yet, but we want to ensure that like as many people as possible will be able to collect their well-deserved items. And of course, the certificate is an e-certificate, so that one, no worry. But yeah, it's for this physical stuff. So more logistical details on this, such as the collection dates, will be released through the Telegram DSC group. So do keep informed, or do check the group out. And for monetary prizes for the finalists, so this is just for the finalists, as well as also for the lucky draw. We will get in contact with your team, right, to either pay through banking or e-payment. Okay, so we will contact you. So and that is all from my section actually. So now let's go back to Claudia. So thank you.
Okay, thank you, Joel. So if participants, you have any more queries, again, you can drop us an email, or ask us in our Telegram group chat. All right. Now, introducing our guest speaker, Mr. Kok Yong Giam, who is the Senior Manufacturing Manager at HP and head of the 3D printing lab. He's also a Design for Manufacturing champion. Mr. Kok Yong, please.
Hi, good evening. So DPM Hinshike was at the launch of Boston Consulting Group Digital just yesterday. I hope you can hear. Hi, can you still hear me?
Yes, now.
Okay, wait, thanks. Sorry about that. Yeah, so as I was saying, so DPM Heng was at the launch of the BCG DV yesterday. So this is what he said. Investment in innovation has been and will always be a cornerstone of our economic policy. And then he pointed out that the government had already committed to invest more than 25 billion over the next 5 years in research, innovation, and enterprise. So innovation is precisely what this competition is about. It's about finding new ways to solve real life problems. And I personally have a vested interest because some of the challenges and problems you're trying to solve are real operational problems that we, Karen and my team are actually trying to solve back in my organization. So I'm more than happy to tap on your brains. So as Professor Alex has pointed out, you should have realized by now that real life problems are not as well defined and tidy as those in your courses. So for example, I think machine learning at its most basic, you try to teach a machine what's a dog and what's a cat. So they may look very similar just with a few images, but once you have enough pictures, the differentiation gets clearer and clearer. But of course, in real life, it's a lot harder to differentiate between what is good, what is bad, what's a defect, what's a non-defect, what's an acceptable defect, and what's not, what's an unacceptable defect, because the defects are continuous spectrum. So I know within the time that we have and the data that we have, it's hard to do that. Of course, in theory, if you have sufficiently huge amount of data, there are classification techniques can actually help you do that. But I think what's most important is the learning, right? So understand the constraints and then figure out creative ways to get around the constraints, and then you keep going. So do not be afraid of failures, because failures are the fathers and mothers of innovation. And this is what our founders in HP have done many years ago. And then this is what we're continuing to do today at HP. So the mission and challenge, of BCG DV is to find creative ways to find synergies between capabilities of large corporations with the fresh and creative ideas of startups. So I'm glad to say HP is so glad to have this opportunity to find synergies between us and fresh and creative ideas of young individuals like you. So I hope all of you have benefited one way or the other through this event. And I hope that, someday some of you will take your ideas and then start up your own ventures in the future. And I do also hope that some of you will, one day come to HP and work alongside with us. So the organizers probably later on can send you some of the links so you can actually have access to all the JDs that we have in HP. So with that, congratulations and have a great evening. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that speech. Okay, let me share my slides. All right. Okay. Now, without further ado, this is the moment that all the finalists have been waiting for. We will be now announcing the winners. Okay, so all finalists, please turn on your videos now because we'll be having photo taking. All right. In third place, we have Fireman. Let's give a round of applause to the third team. Okay. Congratulations on placing third place. So you will be walking away with $200 cash, a total of $200 HP vouchers, and HP 3D printed badge holders. Okay. We will be taking a picture of your team as well as the judges. We'll be taking 2 pictures. So one with all the judges, so including the NUS professors and the HP team, as well as a second picture with just the team and Gok Yeong and Jamie. So, okay. So please get ready for the picture. And Zhi will count down. Okay, we are currently pinning you guys so that all the winners and the judges will be side by side. Okay, Jianhui, you can do the countdown for the picture.
I'll do the countdown. 3, 2, 1. All right, thank you.
Okay, now we'll take another picture with just the HP, with just HP's Jamie and Kok Yong and the team.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Okay,
Right.
thank you so much. Congratulations to Farman for winning third prize. Next, in second place, we have Titanthius. So again, let's give a virtual round of applause to Titanthius. All right. So Titanthius will be walking away with $300 cash, a total of 400 HP vouchers, and HP 3D printed badge holders. So once again, let's first take a picture with with both HP and the NUS professors and the team. Okay, Jianhui will count down and again.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1. Right.
Okay, and now let's have just Jamie and Kok Yong and the team for our second picture.
Just a second. Okay, 3, 2, 1. All right.
All right. So, and now for the overall winners. For very first place, we have Tensor Overflow. Again, virtual round of applause. All right. Congratulations on winning first place, Tensor Overflow. You will be walking away with $500 cash, a total of $600 worth of HP vouchers, and HP 3D printed badge holders.
Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1.
Okay, now for the second picture.
A moment, please. Okay, 3, 2, 1. All right.
All right, thank you. And congratulations to the other finalists as well for making through the qualifiers over among 90 submissions. So you will each be receiving $100 prize as consolation as well as HP badge holders. So we will also be taking a picture of all the finalists together as well as all the guest speakers and judges. Let me stop share. Okay, so everyone, Jianhui will count us down and we'll be taking a group picture for all the teams, including 4th to 11th place. Okay, Jianhui, you can count us down.
All right. All the finalists in the Zoom meeting, please get ready. Okay. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Let's see another one. All right. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're good.
Okay, thank you so much for all those who are on their cameras. It's a strange setting. It's a first time having our DSC be online. So thank you for cooperating. All right. Yes, and we will be in contact for your prizes. Okay, now we have a short message from our sponsors and partners. So I will be first delivering a message on behalf of our sponsor. So guest speakers, judges, you may choose to take your leave now because the rest will be a lucky draw for our participants as well as the message from our sponsors and workshop partners. So thank you so much for joining us tonight all.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, now participants, I will be delivering a message from our sponsor, Shopee. Okay. All right. So Shopee is hiring interns and fresh graduates for the full-time positions, and this is an overview of the available opportunities. For students seeking full-time opportunities, we'll keep a lookout for the SEA Management Associate Program Shopee track in August this year. If you're decided on a specific function, feel free to apply to specific entry-level internships or full-time positions as well. Shopee is hiring interns as well, and Shopee Singapore has recently launched a new internship program called Shopee Apprenticeship Program last December. The applications are still open until the end of the month, so do check it out at the website on the slide. Yeah. So the Shopee Apprentice Program is an internship program specifically designed to equip you with strong professional skills and develop you into a young leader. Throughout the program, you will be able to challenge yourself with steep learning curve from critical projects that impacts millions of lives across the region. Get ready to have an amazing learning experience and dive deeper into the e-commerce and tech industry. So what can you look forward to in the program? Firstly, there will be training programs especially crafted for you, and each of you will be attached to a mentor throughout the program. You will also be involved in meaningful, critical, and impactful projects that affects millions in the region. At the end of your internship, you will also get to present to a panel of Shopee leaders on your experience and achievement. On top of that, of course, you will get to experience the enriching, fun, and lively Live at Shopee experience here. What's more, you will be able to fast track yourself into the later stage of the SEA MAP selection process, Shopee's Competitive Management Associate Program, MAP. Here are the different departments that are available for this program, and you will be able to indicate your preferred departments during the selection process itself. You may find out more about each of the departments on Shopee's career site. So after you have applied, what's next? Here's an overview of our selection process. There are 4 stages, starting with timed online written assessments, HR interview to test on your behavioral competencies, one-on-one business manager interview, which would be a case study related to the department, and a final round of team leader interview. The whole selection process will end by early March. Our company-led training program is a specialized program for our full-time new hires to upskill while earning a full-time monthly salary. CLT program associates will undergo 6 months of on-the-job and structured training, as well as be assigned a mentor within the same department who will support their journey and help them improve their skills. Applying for the CLT program is fast-free. Just visit careers.shopee.sg and apply for roles relating to product management, software engineering, user experience design, and business or data analytics. Our interviewers will then assess and place eligible applicants in the CLT program. You can apply for the role even without prior tech background, as long as your experiences and skill sets match the role you are applying for. So scan the QR code or check out tinyurl.com/ShopeeCLT to find out more about CLT. If you're interested to join Shopee, do apply to us via this form. Feel free to scan the QR code. Lastly, don't forget to follow Shopee on social media for updates on the latest events and opportunities. That is the end of our message from our sponsor. Now, we will be passing over the time to Up Level, who conducted the second workshop. Okay, Up Level, please.
Hi, can everyone hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Great. Hi, this is Rachel from UpLevel, and I'm one of the co-founders of UpLevel. Can you guys put up the slides that I sent over? Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, while that's happening, right, I'm just going to, give a little bit of an introduction to what it is that we are doing, right? So I won't be turning on my camera today because the connection is not super great, right, on my side. That's why I don't want to slow things down, right, which is why I've actually put something with a photo over here, right. So for those of you who are interested in knowing what I look like, right, you can always see the profile photo over there. Yeah. Okay, great. So for those of you, especially who have actually attended the second workshop, right, I think you will have met my co-founder, Jackie, right, and you would have seen him there. And so he would have at that point also introduced UpLevel a little bit, right, in case, you weren't paying attention to what he said, right, or, we have new people here. I'm just going to talk a little bit about what we do, right. So we have guided data science project notebooks, right. So essentially they are Jupyter notebooks where they are projects that have already been put inside there, right? So all you need to do is to read the instructions, right? And follow the instructions, and then you'll be able to complete an entire end-to-end project on your own, right? So all of the code there is yours, right? None of it, we don't provide any sort of assistive code, right? But we actually provide quite a lot of directions and a lot of hints, so that especially for those of you who, have already understood some of the tools that you need. So for an example, you have Python, right? You have some basic understanding of Python and programming, and you have already started to explore the different data libraries, right? Then I think that's a great time for you to come to start, right, with us. So we have projects that are suitable for beginners if you're just starting to approach, machine learning, right, and people who are more advanced. So you already want to explore deep learning. So yeah, we have various kinds of projects, right, and the projects all make use of real data sets, and we try to make them industry focused, right. So they are all based on different industries that we have, and yeah, so that you get to focus on a different sort of industry if that's your interest, like healthcare or finance, so on and so forth. Next slide, please. Yep, so this is what the front page looks like, right? You can always check us out, right? So dataprojects.uplevel.work, right? That's again, dataprojects.uplevel.work. I will pause here for a few seconds in case any of you, want to type it in, or you want to take a screenshot or something like that, right? Yep. Okay, next slide, please. Great. So these are some of our sample projects, as you can see, right? There's so I think for the first two over there that you see, right? For some of you who recognize these are two of the projects that we gave away for free, right? So that some of you can actually try out these projects, right? So that was shortly after we conducted the workshop, all the way until the end of that night, right? So for those of you who have those projects, right? Stay with us for a while, right? Towards the end of my presentation, I actually have a little bit of something for you guys, right? Yep, next slide, please. Yeah, so if any of you are interested in joining us in becoming what we call a data nut, you have two ways of doing so, right? You can either join via a subscription, right? So a subscription is where you pay a certain amount a month, right? And then after that, you get a credit code every single month. So subscriptions are for people, we've designed them for people who want to create a habit, right? Consistent practice when it comes to data science. And then if aside from that, you can also go with a credit package, right? So a credit package basically allows you to buy several different credits, and then each of these credits can be exchanged for a notebook, right? For a project that you can do, right? So these are some of our basic plans that we have, right? So yeah, I'm now going to tell you a little bit about what you can get out of this subscription or credit package, right? In the next slide. Yeah. So, of course, you get the project notebooks, right, which are the mainstay, right? And we have also been coming up with different sorts of like code alongs as well as fireside chats, right? And so the idea is that, if you are a data nut, right, meaning a subscriber or a credit package purchaser, right, we will give you special segments, right? So for an example, in Jackie's last code along, the last 30 minutes, for an example, was only for data nuts to ask whatever sort of questions it is that they wanted, and at the same time also to go through something that was more advanced, right? So yeah, the same thing is with the fireside chats as well. So you get access to data nut missions, right? So that's something that we are currently developing, where, for the missions is actually, we work with charities, NGOs, different companies and everything to give these small projects, right, to people to our data nuts to do, right? So yes, and then you also get access to our Telegram community, and we are very responsive to the kinds of things that our people, our data nuts want. So if you have any sort of project that you want to see, right, you can always like ping me or ping Jackie, and then it's something that we will be able to provide you with. I mean, within a reasonable amount of time. Okay, yeah. So, but because we understand that you all are students, right, and you probably, don't have as much spare cash every single month, right? Can we go on to the next slide, please? Yeah, we don't have, you don't have as much spare cash every single month, right? We have come up with education pricing, right? So for students, if you sign up with your .edu email address, right, and you use this this code here, right, student sub on checkout, you will be able to get this for education, this education pricing, which means that you will only be paying $9.90 per month, right, instead of $19.90 per month, right? So if you've noticed previously when we were talking about the subscription, we actually had different packages. So annual subscription, biannual subscription. So for those, what happens is you can pay a lower fee instead of $19.90, right? But you have to stay on for a period of 6 months or for 12 months. However, right, because we understand that the situation is different for students, we have decided to provide education pricing for this monthly subscription, meaning that you can sign up at $9.90 per month, and you can choose to cancel your subscription at any point in time, right? So like even after your first month or after your second month, right? So we don't we don't say that, oh, you have to be with us for like 6 months to get a cheaper price. So yeah, in case y'all want this, you can always take a screenshot, and then it's bit.ly/uplevel student sub. Right? Yeah. Okay. Next slide, please. So here, this is a special little thing for those of you who downloaded our free notebooks, right? So you remember there's one about edible mushrooms, right? To see whether a mushroom is edible or not, right? And then there is another one for about mental health care. So if you have downloaded these, and we know you like challenges, right? Because that's why you've decided to join this hackathon, right? If you have done those projects, because I mean, if you download them and you don't do them, then there's no point, right? We will give you something else, right? An extra discount. So for the mushroom notebook, right? If you look at this question over here, right? What is the most important feature to predict whether a mushroom is edible? So the answer itself is a discount code. Okay, it's the same thing with the second question that you have over here for the mental health care notebook, right? What is the first column that you drop? So the answer to this will be a discount code. So there are actually 2 discount codes, right? So if you just need to get one right? You just need to enter this discount code into the checkout, right? Let me just say that both of them contain underscores. So yes, the underscore itself will be a part of the discount code, and you will be able to receive a subscription at $8.90 per month. Okay, so that's another $1 off, right? So we want to encourage people to, of course, actually do the notebooks that they have downloaded. So yeah, this is also available until the 31st of January. So, we know that you've been busy with the hackathon, and of course you concentrate on the hackathon, but you have another week, slightly more than a week to do this. So if you are interested, right, and you have completed the notebooks and you would like to join us, I highly suggest that, you enter this discount code, because you get it at $8.90 per month. Okay. Yep. So congratulations to all the winners again, right? And I hope that you really enjoyed the hackathon as well as the workshop that we provided. If you have any questions at all about what it is that we do, or, any questions about signups or anything, you can always contact either me, right, or Jackie. So you can see here our Telegram as well as our email addresses. So yeah, thanks to NUS Stats as well, right, for having invited us to be one of the workshop partners, right? And yeah, hope you guys have a good time doing the notebooks. Thank you.
Thank you, Rachel. All right, now we'll be giving everyone a 5-minute toilet break while we close the form while we close the form for the lucky draw. So once again, if you haven't registered for the lucky draw, you can do so now. You have 2 more minutes. So let me put the lucky draw QR code up here. Okay, so we'll see you back at 8:03. Okay, so the form has now been closed and we have the list of names that have been registered in our lucky draw. So we'll be doing the lucky draw live using a random name picker. So do watch if your name gets picked. Okay. So let me share my screen. Okay, these names are taken from the form submissions from our lucky draw form. Okay, and first we'll be picking 5 winners for the $20 Grab voucher. So we will have 5 winners. Let's see who the first lucky winner is. All right, first we have Sam Mong on. You won a $20 Grab voucher. So congratulations to you. Okay, next up. Next, we have Zheng Yuting. Congratulations on winning a $20 Grab voucher. Our third winner for Grab voucher is Kerwin Lim. Congratulations, Kerwin. Now, our fourth winner is Jet Tan Yi Jet. Congratulations. And let's pick our fifth winner for the Grab voucher. And our fifth winner for the Grab voucher is Chang Su Yan. Congratulations, Su Yan. Next, we will be picking 5 winners for Shopee merchandise. Okay, so now we are picking 5 winners for Shopee merchandise. Let's see who the first winner will be. For the first Shopee merchandise, we have Sim Liang Yan. Congratulations on winning a piece of Shopee merch. Let's see who our second winner for Shopee merch will be. Keith Cheng Ziwei. Congratulations, Keith. You have won a piece of Shopee merch. Our third winner is Jeremy Chan. Congratulations, Jeremy Chan, for winning a piece of Shopee merch. Our fourth winner is Eng Si Tiang. Congratulations on winning Shopee merch. All right, our fifth winner for Shopee merch will be Ong Zhenhao. Congratulations to everyone who has won a prize so far. And now for the top grand 3 prizes. The 3 grand prizes will be $50, $100, and $150 HP voucher. All right, okay, so now we'll pick the winner for the $50 HP voucher. Congratulations, Frederick. You have won a $50 HP voucher. Next, let's pick the winner for the $100 HP voucher. Congratulations to Tan Jia Qing. You have won a $100 HP voucher. All right, now the moment of truth. Who will win the grand prize of $150 HP voucher? Congratulations to Daniel Lim. Daniel, you have won $150 HP voucher. So congratulations to all the lucky draw winners. We will be getting into contact with you guys and we will send you your prizes soon. Okay, please give us a while we check the validity of the participants. So all the winners have been verified to be registrants of this competition. So congratulations all. And yeah, okay. Lucky draw done. All right, thank you all for joining us tonight. The organizing team would like to extend our thanks to the HP team, the NUS professors, and the various teams from the Statistic Society for making this competition possible. Also, thank you to our main partner, official sponsor, workshop partner, and our publicity partners. Last of all, thank you to our participants for joining DSC 2021. Please follow our society socials so that we can see you again. And thank you and have a great night.